googliness and leadership round, GNL round, which happens while you're giving your Google interview. तो आप Google में किसी भी रोल के लिए इंटरव्यू दे रहे हैं तो दिस राउंड इज लाइक कंपल्सरी, नो मैटर इट्स टेक नॉन टेक, सीनियर जूनियर वट एवर रोल यू आर गिविंग. तो ये क्या होता है, तो दिस इज बेसिकली लाइक अ मैनेजेरियल राउंड. तो इसमें दे आस्क यू सम क्वेश्चन, सम सिचुएशंस एंड यू हैव टू टेल हाउ विल यू रिस्पॉन्ड टू दीज सिचुएशंस. So there are like two types of situations. One will be hypothetical situation. They'll say that if this happens sometime, what will you do about it? The second type of situations are that they'll tell you that tell me about a time when such a thing happened and what did you do about it. So one is based on past experiences and one is a future imagination kind of questions. So this interview round is very important and is equally important to all the other rounds. It is not like कि ठीक है इसमें तो सिर्फ जाके बात ही करनी है एंड ये तो कोई भी कर लेता है, इसमें सब पास हो जाते हैं. नो, इट इज़ गिवन इक्वल वेटेज. एंड अगर इसमें आपका स्ट्रॉन्ग हायर आया है और दूसरे इंटरव्यू में आपका मीडियम हायर भी आया है, देन इट इज़ टेकन इनटू कंसिडरेशन. सो बेसिकली गूगल ये राउंड इसलिए कंडक्ट करता है टू नो दैट यू आर सूटेबल टू वर्क इन दैट कंपनी और नॉट. एंड आई थिंक बहुत सारे लोगों को डाउट होता है कि कहाँ से उसके लिए प्रिपेयर करें. तो लाइक मुझसे उन्होंने क्वेश्चंस पूछे थे कि फॉर एग्जांपल यू एंड योर मैनेजर हैव सम कॉन्फ्लिक्ट और यू आर नॉट अग्रीइंग ऑन सम पॉइंट, देन व्हाट विल यू डू अबाउट इट. or if you and your colleague is working on a project but like you'll not be able to deliver on the deadline date, then what will you do? So these kind of situations they'll ask. I will link some of the resources in a community post which will have like one channel which makes many YouTube videos on questions that are asked during this interview. Also, I'll share some like reading blogs where they have sample GNL questions. You can also go to Geeks for Geeks and read different people's interview experiences in Google, and from there also you can get to know some examples of these questions and you can prepare. So to answer these questions, your approach should be the STAR technique, which is very famous, which stands for situation, task, action, and result. So first of all, you have to explain that okay, this thing happened in the past. To explain the situation first, then you have to tell what task need to be done. So for example, for this case, like your manager and you had a conflict, you can say that your working style is different and your manager's is different, and you were both disagreeing on that fact since you had strict deadlines. Then you can say about the task that okay, so the task here was that the work need to be completed within the deadline and you had to like convince your manager as well. Then you can mention whatever action you took, like you both had a meeting. You can say whatever action you took and then what was the result of that action, that both of you came on the same pace, both of you understood, you also understood that he was right.